listen. It's women crushing it Wednesdays. OGs hooking up in the kitchen. Call it being range. Nike's opinions leave you kids days. Me and Zo's an unforgettable fighter. With a fist raised, we talking offense and defense. Cause if you get knocked out, it's all in the pretense. We put lights out like D10s. Christine, so pristine, you gotta respect the Queen's gift. Just sit back and enjoy the views. Opinions are plentiful, but it's for y'all to choose. Women crushing it Wednesdays. Let's get into it. It hit different.
Hold on, but before I say what I was gonna say, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays. Yeah. But the funny thing is, you and I were mid-conversation, and I was just trying to set it up to do the intro, and it did the intro. So my bad.
Because it was 7 o'clock already, or 8 p.m. your time, and it was a muscle memory. It's just like
Yeah, muscle memory. No, the thing is that Nika usually handles everything back here, and Nika and Crystal have to work, so it's me, little me, and D style. So but
shout out to them.
yeah, shout out to them, my girls. And the intro, you already know it's fire, it's fire, it's fire, and our video is fire too.
Absolutely.
But I really want to talk about anyway, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm like, we already had the small talk, but I'm doing good.
Okay.
You're doing good, and then you press live.
Good, look good, yeah.
I was about to tell the secret of the year, and then we're live.
Yeah,
What's
okay.
going on right now? What?
Secret of the year.
I was about to give her the biggest cheese mail of all time, and then she goes live. I'm like, whoa, what's going on
just
right
do
now?
it. Just go ahead and do it. It's okay. Act like we're not even live. It's all good. It's all good. No, I saw you did an interview earlier with Shannon, Shotgun Shannon. She's gonna be back in the ring. So what's that fight date?
Yeah, that's going to be, I don't know the exact date, I think 27th, 28th, but it's in February, late February against Chanel Dargan, and it is for the baby belt. It's for the IBF quote unquote baby belt. Hey, but that belt gets you title shots. So.
That belt gets you title shots, dang Skippy. I know that for sure.
That's right. So hopefully the winner of that fight will be put in position in the IBF at the bantamweight division, and Yoshida's like acting like nobody wants to fight her. I mean, Shannon will fight her.
Shannon will beat her, but okay.
And we're gonna get Christine. Like Christine will, she should give her all the insights. I mean, I already beat her twice, so.
Just saying.
If she wants to come off a loss and just wait and do nothing for a title shot, like, okay, well, it is what it is, So.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's okay. No comment. Anyway. No comment. No disrespect. I mean, she's cool. She's nice. Nice girl.
She is a nice person.
I love Tokyo. One of my favorite places in the world to go. So just saying.
It's not a personal attack on her. I'm sure she's a wonderful human being.
And that's the thing. Let me just say this. Let me just say this too before we get started. Like really started is and it's mostly some of our beautiful women. It's like, you're a hater if you went for somebody else. You're a hater if you congratulate a winner. We don't see too many guys doing that. It's we got to stop that. I mean, we're
some men that do it, but yeah.
It's just a few. Some of them, they take it like, okay, you pick so and so, whatever, it's cool. But some of them, they'll really block you if you don't think that they are the one, and hit the tambourine all the time. It's boxing. It's not personal. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out.
We're Mexican. That's how we us is like ta, 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 ta. You got to put more like
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
All right. But anyway, speaking of women,
sure,
and boxing, we had an amazing card, in my opinion, last weekend.
Yeah.
We had Serrano and Tellez, last weekend card, but there were so many good matchups on there. But before we start with the women, I wanna talk about Rivera and Gonzalez, because Rivera lost his last fight. and I know he signed with MVP. He got another opportunity against this older guy Gonzalez, and Gonzalez gave it to him. What do you think they're going to do with him, with Rivera?
I mean, look, the one thing I like about MVP is when their fighters lose, they don't just like just get rid of them. At least from what I've
Yeah,
seen, right?
yeah. And well, I mean, how many have really been losing though?
Right. I
I
know there
think,
was the H2O guy that they kind of released, but I think
yeah,
I don't know what was going on with that.
it
He's
might have
like an
been something
outlier.
else.
Yeah, because he's
Hmm.
an outlier, right? The good thing about the MVP is that look, Jake Paul's going to be fighting again at some point. Serrano just announced he's going to have another fight.
Hmm.
So they do a good job of keeping things in house, but like in a way where they get everyone involved. They maximize their talent,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So at this point, it's just about keeping them busy. That's it. Just keep them
Yeah,
busy.
but I mean, I don't know. It's like, okay, two losses in a row, and they're feeding him guys that he's supposed to win.
I
Really
mean, look
on
if they cut
paper.
him, like if I'm just trying to like not say cut him, but
Yeah, and I'm not saying
if
that
they
they're gonna
cut him,
cut him.
it's understandable if they cut him, right? Like it's
Yeah,
it's an understandable like thing.
but maybe they give
But
him a third try.
yeah, the third time's a charm. You know what I mean? But the one thing about No Limit, and this is what I like about them, like they're not really going to go any lower,
You said no
right?
limit.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, I'm
MVP.
like, I mean, are we
The thing
having
with
the same
MVP, well, I
conversation
don't even
here?
know what's going. The thing with MVP, I apologize. I was talking about No Limit in the last podcast. It's stuck in my head. But the thing with MVP is that they're not going to go super low. And there's another fighter
Hmm.
we're going to talk about in a little bit, by the way. It's not like they're going to go out of their way to find you an easier tune-up. Like you know what I mean. So,
Can't.
um, like what they should do is look. Two losses in a row, bro. You're going to be the opponent this time. We're going to try to
Yeah,
propel somebody up, and
exactly.
if you win, hey, good for you. But if you
Then you
don't,
go
then it is
right
what it
back where
is.
you were.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that because
and he needs to just accept like you're. If you stay, just be grateful if you're just an opponent.
right,
But you take advantage of that, and if you upset the
right,
apple cart, then hey, you know what I mean.
exactly.
That's very similar to what they try to do with Metcalf. Metcalf
Hmm.
came off a loss, and it's nothing personal, but it's like, hey, you are coming off a loss. We're
Right.
going to give you another opportunity, but you're kind of
It's
in
up
a
to you.
position where, yeah, you're the opponent, but hey, if you win, you win.
Yeah,
So
and she did. She
yeah,
she beat Crystal Rosado, and
yeah.
I definitely want to talk about that fight, but that's not the next fight. So after that, after the Rivera Gonzalez, we have had Ebony Bridges, and Alexis Ariza from Texas.
Look,
Don't mess with Texas, y'all.
I have a funny story. Like
Okay.
it's so when they first announced Bridges' fight, I saw it on Instagram. It honestly didn't dawn on me that that was Alexis. Like
Hmm.
I know like, I follow her. We've been following each other for
Yeah.
two years now. Like you know what I mean. I seen her fight live and everything,
Hmm.
but it didn't dawn on me. It just for whatever reason, like I saw the poster, and it just didn't dawn on me that that was her. Like so, I just kind of kept it moving, and then I was at work, and like that face was like there, and I'm like, holy shit, is she really fighting Alexis? Like and I go and I check, then I double check, and I kid you not, first thing I did was message Alexis, and I said, oh, they think this is like just a
Hmm.
layup, like they think
Hmm.
like they think this is like a gimme.
Hmm.
And,
Exactly.
and and anyone who just doesn't know who Alexis is, never seen her fight,
Right.
doesn't know her story even a
Would
little
look at the
bit,
record.
right? They're going to look at 3-2 and coming off a loss. That's all they're
Hmm.
going to look at, right? And Ebony's going to beat her, and in my mind, and I even called you and talked to you about this. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, they fucked up on this one.
No, for sure.
Like they fucked. Like they don't know. Like round one, Ebony's going to know. Oh shit, I'm in a fight. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're in a fight.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
and they make them different in Texas. So
Different.
just
Different.
built
You
tough.
heard. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
And
Eh,
the thing is too is what a lot of people don't understand, and just in a nutshell, okay, she has a different coach now, different team, Alexis, and they're doing great with her. And no disrespect, previously because I know
Sure.
all of them involved, but a lot of times when people are getting in the game, they don't really understand how it works, and they think, oh, let's just take every fight that comes your way, and not doing too much research and not doing too much. So that is why Alexis's record was so upside down. But if you look at who she is and how she fights and what she's doing, and you do your homework, which I'm not going to say Ebony's
Hmm.
team did or did not, because I don't know. I'm assuming, because me, if I would have seen Alexis and I would have been doing my homework, I would not have put her in there with Ebony,
No
especially on
way.
a comeback fight. So
Yep.
somebody dropped the ball somewhere. And I mean, I'm happy for Alexis,
Well,
so
they
I'm
should have
glad.
done like they should have like I don't know who the matchmaker was, and look, I'm not really bashing him because at the end of the day, it was a great fight, right?
Well, and it's not even,
Uh,
yes, the matchmaker, but also because they look at but also it's up to the coach to say yes or
hundred
no, like,
percent.
and the
Well,
management, yes or no.
like the thing is that like at the end of the day, right? Like it's if you look at Nayeli Rodriguez, a lot of people felt that she beat No Love Dove in their fight,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
Exactly.
like that's the that's the last fight Alexis had. And that was a really close fight,
Very close fight.
and La Bikina, Nayeli, she's the hometown girl, so any close fight,
Hmm.
it's going to go to her. Like it is what it is,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
I'm not necessarily saying one way or the other, but I'm just saying it was a really close fight, and that's a very good quality fighter that I
Hmm.
know. Losing to her does not mean you're not good, right?
Not at all. Not at all. And if you watch
And
the fight,
I
you know,
mean, it was a fight,
it was a fight.
and and last year, right? She fought this girl, Amy Salinas. Not last year, the year before that. I'm sorry, right? So Alexis was out of the ring for a while before
Yeah.
that fight,
Yeah.
kind of, right? But in that fight, she fought a girl. Amy Salinas was like the hometown favorite, right? Like everybody was cheering for
Hmm.
her, like going for her. And I remember I watched the fight live, and the crowd was, even though they were cheering every time the other girl threw punches. I just thought, oh, this girl Alexis easily won this fight, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know who she is. I'm just watching the fight, right?
Right.
The they boo the decision,
Hmm.
right? And to me, it was like, no, she won this fight. Just because you're the hometown girl lost doesn't mean anything. And that's how I connected with Alexis on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I found her on Instagram, and because I don't know what that does to a fighter when they hear booing and stuff like
Oh
that.
my gosh, it does a lot to them mentally. They have to be
So
mentally
I
strong.
felt like, no, I got to message her and let her know, look, I cover boxing. I do a boxing podcast. I'm from El Paso, but you not only did you win that fight, you easily won that fight.
Hmm. Hmm.
And all she did was she was just gracious,
Yeah,
and she
she's very
said,
sweet.
yeah, and she said, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna train even harder. She said, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, that's her attitude after a win,
Motivation.
right? So but maybe they looked at the box rec, but like she was still active in that combat league.
Absolutely, she
It's
was.
not like she wasn't doing anything.
No, she was. Yeah, she was in the Team Combat League, exactly.
So
And
that
but
keeps you sharp.
but you know what? Congratulations to her, because she has earned this. She earned this. And what did you think that Ebony even won one round of that battle?
Not to look. I don't. I think she did better in some rounds, but that doesn't mean she won those rounds,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
I think every time Ebony Bridges had any type of success, Alexis came back and gave it to her twice as hard.
Absolutely.
The body work of
Absolutely.
Alexis
As
was
you
on.
should.
The
Yeah.
body work was on point.
Yes.
And Ebony kept smothering her punches. And look, I'm not trying to Monday morning quarterback it. All
Hmm.
these are the things we talked about on the phone before the fight.
Right. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And also, I was blessed enough to be there front row, and I happened to be in the face in the corner where Ebony was. And Tierra also, the day before, Tierra Brown had also said, hey, you need to go to the body. You need to do this and do that. And we had
Yeah.
talked about it as well. Um, but I'll tell you what, after that first round, I saw Ebony and she looked at her corner like, oh shit. And
Yeah.
as the rounds went on, the corner did not even know what to tell her. They didn't know what to tell her. They did not have an answer. And
But
it's
what do you
very
tell
telling.
her? She's a one dimensional fighter. What she's doing doesn't work. Well, what is she gonna do?
Yeah, it's true.
That's why I
There's no
favored
plan
Alexis
B.
heavily
There's
in
no
this
plan
fight.
B. Yeah, for sure.
Alexis has an amateur background. If coming forward wouldn't work for her, she could box though. Like
Exactly.
she has some
Exactly.
backup stuff that people again don't understand, but because they
Absolutely.
don't know who she is, like
No,
like they don't know
and
anything about
the
her.
thing is too is that like you said, like I mean I'm right there when Ebony seemed to do a little something, man, Alexis gave her 4, 5, 6 shots right back. Ebony is way too predictable with that lean to the side double jab start off most every round. Yes, and that so. I mean, I don't know. I was like screaming in the corner, and I mean, not in the corner in the audience, and I'm like, use your lead uppercut too because she's leaning, and lift her ass up. Like it was so. I was so excited. I mean, I didn't. I screamed harder for that one, for that matchup than any of them. It was
Oh,
just so
Ebony looks
exciting.
spent at the end of that. Like if that
Spent.
was a 10 round fight, she would have gotten stopped late.
Yeah,
If that
spent.
was a 10 round fight.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I find it interesting that Ebony came out and said, "Look, I want to get back in there and stuff." That's cool. I mean, obviously that's I don't have any problem with that. But
Hmm.
I just find it interesting that she ain't calling out Alexis.
No, she's not. Why not do a rematch? If she caught you on a bad day or whatever, why not do a rematch? So that's how I feel too. And I talked to I was taught the next day I was talking to her manager and I was saying Ebony is a ticket seller. Like she will sell tickets, so she's gonna be fine. She's definitely gonna come back. We know that. I
Right.
didn't mention like they should do a rematch, but now that we're talking about it, I mean, why not? If somebody beat me on my comeback fight, I'm going to call them out again. I'm going to say, you know what? I gave you this opportunity. Please give me the same opportunity back. We can both make some money. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. That's me personally.
I just don't know what she could do any differently. To be honest
I
with you,
don't think it would be a different outcome. I don't. But I'm just saying, me as a woman, me
I
as
agree.
you know what I'm saying? I'm be like, let's run this back. Me as who I
It's
am.
it's just it's. I mean, obviously, I saw some people post, "Oh, come on, MVP, give her a tune-up," and I don't think people understand. Like this was supposed to be the tune-up. They thought it was going to be a tune.
They
Like I knew it
thought.
wasn't a look. Look, I'm
They
not going to
thought.
get on Ebony too hard because I know how good Alexis is, right? So I'm not going to be
Right. Exact.
like
Same.
she's way
Same.
better than the record shows, right?
Fact.
But like that's not what they thought. Like they literally
No.
thought this was the tune-up,
That's what
right?
they thought. That's right.
And I just don't think like MVP, at least from what I've seen, they're not the company that's going to be like, well, let's lower the standard a little bit. Let's get you somebody
No,
even.
no, no, no. They're going to keep it rolling. I mean, we talk about the matches that they have, and the matches are amazing. The matches are great. Like, we cannot say anything about the matches. There's nobody being fed anything. They
Hey,
might.
speaking of Alexis, so last year when the Princess Jazzy Parr was going on a rant, like she was like she was doing these rants and like she was old, like she was getting mad because she lost to old O'Connell, right? And but then she was like, and nobody wants to fight me. And, Alexis like messaged me, she said, I'll fight her. I'm like,
Yeah,
she ain't gonna
yeah,
fight
yeah.
you. Like,
Exactly.
are you kidding me? There's no way. Like she could scream to the
It
rooftop,
really
nobody wants
kills
to
me
fight
when
me.
people say that. Nobody wants to fight me. Nobody wants to fight me. Either
Well,
you're doing something that's way up here, we're out of the realm, or you just don't want to fight them. You don't hear them
to
for
me,
whatever
it's
reason.
like no, the people you want to fight don't want to fight you, but
Right,
there's people that
right.
want to fight. There's
Yeah,
always somebody willing to fight you.
always, always. This
Always.
is boxing. That's it. You're right. Always something.
Nobody
But
wants to fight me. Like, yeah, sure.
congratulations to Alexa. She did amazing. We were talking about Chicken earlier. Chicken lost her undisputed,
Mm.
but then she came back. She got another opportunity. MVP, had signed her for 3 fights. So then this is her second one. She had beat Crystal Rosado
Mm.
in the last fight. And then so this was Crystal's,
Yeah.
comeback. Crystal's comeback and she fought Walters, Tank Walters from Canada. And at first I was like, man, I wonder if this Walters is going to give her anything. And then after that first round, I was like, okay, she can box. She's coming to fight. This is going to be a good scrap. And it really, really was. It was a great scrap, in my opinion. But Crystal did come out on top, and I do agree with that. I do agree that she did win. But it was a very good back and forth.
It was one of those fights where it was competitive.
Yes.
But I did give Crystal every round.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. But Walters didn't come to lay down, and that's what I liked. She did not come to lay down. And God bless her. I hope she's home now, because I know last I talked to them, they were going to be stuck in Puerto Rico for like a week. There's just been so much going on. And Alexis and her husband, they just got home today.
I'll tell you right now, if anything, I mean, if they want to do Crystal Sato against Ebony Bridges, I mean, I think that's a good fight.
Ooh, yeah.
No, it's a good fight. I'm not even. I think it's an exciting fight.
I mean, why not? Why not?
And I think look, one of them, she just lost to Metcalf her last fight. Yes, you won this one, but Ebony's coming off a loss. It's a good crossroads fight.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, why not?
Yeah, no, I can't argue with you. I can't argue with you. And then look, so then the next one, Han and Holmes.
Woo!
What?
Talk to us about it.
Did you expect that?
Yes.
You did. You expected Holly Holm to lose.
Yes, 100%.
Oh, I forgot, because Han is from your town.
Well, she is from El Paso, but I did predict her to win. I did.
You did predict her to win.
100%.
I wasn't sure because honestly, Han had been because I remember she was a kid, and like when her sister fought Jennifer, and I didn't expect her to really just come back. She did fine. Home did fine. She's a veteran. She's been in the ring so many times, and I'm like, they're giving her this other opportunity with her age. They're putting her out there. She's a legend. So I wasn't sure what it was gonna look like. Was it a spectacular performance from either one of them? No disrespect to either one of them, but it was not spectacular.
I thought Han looked good.
Spectacular of the card.
I think if it wasn't for that accidental headbutt, okay, and the fight continued, I think it was only going to get more one-sided. Yeah. I think she was starting to break down Holly. Holly was starting to get hit more, and Han probably has the performance of the night. If that fight allowed to continue, in my opinion. She had to pace herself differently. It was 3 minutes, right? So the first time she's doing that as a pro against an experienced veteran like Holly, who's on 5-minute rounds in the UFC. So she had to pace herself a little bit in the early rounds. But I felt that she's aggressive but not reckless, right? Her sister moved a little more in the ring than she did.
She did.
Right?
She did.
So and I felt like the fact that she's not reckless, she's just going to run into Holly's counters. I just felt Holly is too much of a pattern fighter, does the same thing over and over again, and Han was eventually going to just start breaking her down.
I think in the beginning they both were doing, they weren't changing things up. And I think in the beginning Han looked a little bit timid at first, and I think maybe just the lights and who she was in front of. And then she did start picking it up just a little bit, getting more comfortable. She did start, but we can't say if it wasn't stopped what it would have looked like or not. But she won, and congratulations to her. And we're going to see more of her. We're going to definitely see more of her.
We got to show her some love, sis. We got to show her.
I'm showing her some love. I'm showing her some love. Congratulations to her.
She beat the legend to become a legend.
Absolutely.
Beat
Absolutely.
a legend.
And I met her coach. He's a great guy. He's so nice. Everybody was nice. Her family was there. Police work, family, all that. Everybody has their story, and I don't take anything away from anyone. I wouldn't say fight of the night or performance of the night like you do, but
no, I'm not going to say that. The fight of the night was Ebony Bridges against Alexis, right? That was the fight of the night, in my opinion, right? I thought that was the best fight of the night, or the main event. I think the Serrano fight was
I think
really
those
good too.
two are head to head. Yeah.
So for sure, but this was not the fight of the night, right? But I think Stephanie could have had the performance of the night, because I do think it was just getting more and more one-sided. And Holly started really good. I gave her the first round. You know, you could argue the second round for Holly. You could argue she started 2-0, right? But then as the fight progressed, it was favoring Stephanie Hahn.
Yeah, it looked as though she got more comfortable. If she really did, she was starting to listen.
But was it that, or because here's the thing? I think the lack of experience fighting 3 minutes, right? She was going to pace herself differently. Like I expected that.
I don't know. I think I mean just from my view. I mean she was in my side. And from my view, I couldn't it looked as though she was in the beginning just a little nervous, which is normal, and then she started warming up. It's so funny because I was talking to Tierra, and it's like we missed we're sitting there front row. We don't understand how we missed the whole rap performance, her intro. Like where was the girl? Like
Crystal Poppin'.
Yeah.
She's from El Paso too.
But we didn't see her. I'm like, well, how did we miss this? Like we're right here. Like how did we miss this? It was
what do you mean you missed it?
We were laughing. We didn't see her.
You couldn't.
Literally front row.
But you heard it, right?
I didn't hear nothing. It was so loud. I hear nothing.
Wow, like 700 ovation like that. We couldn't hear nothing.
I couldn't hear nothing. It was funny. It was. We were laughing about him. We were laughing. It was so funny.
Wow. Well, maybe it could have been just a mistake with the speakers or something. You know what I mean? Because you should be able to hear that.
I mean, yeah, maybe so. Because we also don't hear the commentating, obviously, in the corner and all that stuff too. You just hear the crowd. So yeah, that's probably what it was.
Yeah, Crystal Poppin is her name. I shot to her.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Hey, just one more thing. In all seriousness, of course, I support Stephanie Hahn. Of course, I know she's from my hometown.
Yeah, of course. Like I'm supporting the Texas girls that were on this card.
There you go. And Stephanie Hahn's from Texas. I'm just putting that out there. You know what I mean?
And I congratulate her and I support her.
And the thing is, like, their family, it's a
family.
It's a fighting family. There's a karate background there.
Karate background. Her older sister, to me, she was the better boxer, but her little sister's doing the thing.
Yeah, but
her
Stephanie
brother
Hahn's,
boxed too.
Stephanie Hahn is the better fighter of the two. She may not box as well, but she's the better fighter. And I believe she's going to accomplish more than her sister did. Right.
Well, yes, and in all fairness too, at the time that her sister was fighting, there weren't people like most valuable,
That's fair,
MVP, So I mean,
look, her sister, like props her sister lost to the best of the best, right? Like it's not like her sister lost to Michaela Mayer and Katie Taylor. Like there's no shame in that at all.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not at all.
So maybe it's unfair for me to just say she's going to do better, right?
It is.
But hey, usually the younger sibling outdoes the older sibling. That's usually how it goes.
Not always. Not always.
Like, you know what I mean? Like Canelo's older brothers didn't do anything.
My siblings will never outdo me. I'm just saying anything.
Canelo's older brother didn't do anything. Like, what did he do? Like, you know what I mean? Like I think Bobby Pacquiao was the oldest one.
Canelo's younger brother did not do anything. I'm sure.
No, but I'm talking like the second. Like
I know. I don't agree with you.
Because they learn. Because the older sibling teaches them everything they know, and then they just go from there. You know what I mean? They learn from the mistakes of the older sibling. They learn from it. You know what I mean? They get the guidance and all that. Like, I'm just saying, sis, you know what I mean? But here's the thing. In all seriousness, but in all seriousness, I just look. She really is a good person. She is
a great person.
She's a police officer here in the city.
Yes,
she's a special needs mother. Yes. And she's just, she's an all around good inspiration for the people of El Paso, for little girls in El Paso, a good role model. And it's good to see somebody from El Paso doing great things. We don't have a lot of people in El Paso doing great things. Okay, so it is. I don't live in Dallas where we got the Dallas Cowboys and all that. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on.
Huh?
I'm just kidding. I said, who wants to go to El Paso? Come on.
See what I mean? Like we need. That's what we need.
I'm just saying.
What do we got in El Paso? We have like one popular song. Like, you know what I mean? Like the El Paso song. You haven't heard the...
Yeah, no, I haven't heard it. Anyway, so
you have.
Rematch. So Han said she would, give her a rematch.
Yeah.
She would give her a rematch, and then Ramirez Boxer said, "Where's it going to be? Texas or New Mexico? I don't know. I think that
I'm good with it. Look, El Paso or Albuquerque or anywhere in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a massive fight here. It should have been here, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? They could have passed up that opportunity to be in Puerto Rico and all that. I get it,
No,
but
I mean, and then I would have gone there instead of Puerto Rico. Like, come on, bro. It needed to be where it was at in Puerto
yeah,
Rico.
they could have put on another fight. You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying. But I that fight, like I believe would do a good 6,000-7,000 in an arena here in El Paso or in Albuquerque. It would do it.
Yeah.
Holly Holm, his whole career is here in the Southwest, her boxing career, right?
Yeah.
And the Hans are from El Paso, so
Hmm.
Han fought like a nobody and like got like 4 or 5,000 people in the county coliseum in the main event. I mean that's not bad numbers when you're
Right.
fighting for, especially for women's boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
So
I agree. I agree with you.
it's I think it's a main event caliber, and MVP needs main event caliber fights that don't have Jake Paul or Amanda Serrano in it.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
know?
I agree. I do agree with you. I do agree with you. I think that would be very smart. I do. Um,
Yeah.
let's get to the main event. The main event, Serrano Tellez, like that. First of
Ooh,
all,
man.
she they didn't fight for the belts, because Reina didn't didn't make weight.
Did she end up cutting her hair
She did not.
after? Okay.
She did not. She did
Uh,
not make. But the thing. But honestly, if I'm her team, and this is just me, I'm gonna be like, you're gonna have to pretty much knock Amanda out to get those belts. So it's like, why even try to lose the weight? Does that make sense?
yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
No, look. Usually, when fighters don't make weight, you've done enough shows with me to know that I give fighters a lot of flack when they don't make. Like you got one job,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But that's the key word. Usually, this is a very
You-
unique
Very
situation.
unique.
Right.
2 weeks notice. Very
At
unique.
2 weeks' notice, you basically saved the event. You know what I mean? To come in last minute,
Yes. Props to
and
her.
she didn't miss it by like that. She wasn't like Fulton, like missing it by that many pounds. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Right.
where it was just like she didn't even try. She was one like she was about to like shave her head bald trying to make weight. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
and Amanda's like, no, you don't got to
Yeah,
do
I
that.
know.
Like, chill.
Amanda really is that girl. I'm just gonna tell you, she really is
Yeah,
that girl.
and so when you put the context is, look, it was a short notice. The fact that she almost made the weight and was willing to do anything to make it is all I need to know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we have fighters that have 4 or 5 months to make weight and they miss it by 5 pounds, right?
Exactly.
So it's
And the thing is this too. I'm sure that Amanda's side did their homework and they knew that Raina's been boxing since she was 8 years old. She
Yep.
is fire, fire.
tough
She
as
is
nails.
fire. Was on Team USA. Like she's tough. She and her sister Gabby, they're both tough. Like I've seen them come up and they're just so talented. So I know they did their homework. So for Amanda to say yes, this girl too, and then she said, "You remind me of my sister and I," and everything else. Props to her because Amanda wants to take the. You can see Amanda wants to fight the best. Obviously, that's what she's done her whole career, and she's like, "Yeah, bring her on. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm gonna give her an opportunity. She's gonna give me an opportunity." And I just love that. I really do. And then she said afterwards, you know, this girl is gonna have a career. I'm gonna make sure she has a
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
career. Props to her.
Look, I mean, she stepped up last minute, and showed up and fought her heart out,
Her
right?
heart out. She looked great.
And anytime a fighter goes out there, and I'm a firm believer, win, lose, or draw, if you put it all out there, you deserve another shot to be on TV again.
Yeah, and
And
you're a winner really at the end. I mean, like win, lose, or draw, you're a winner because you put it out there and people want to see you. Now people are gonna know her name. Now people are gonna ask for her. Now people want to see her and they're gonna pay
she's
to see
only
her.
what is she like 21,
She's
22?
young. Yeah, she's very young.
Like I mean, what all the experience she's gonna get from this experience.
Yeah,
It's I think she's only gonna become better out of this. To be honest, you know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Absolutely.
And I mean, man, to fight somebody as experienced as Amanda Serrano when you're in your early 20s is
I know.
crazy.
It's
On
great.
last minute notice.
What were your thoughts during the fight? Were you like, man, this girl might take it, or what were your thoughts?
I honestly like maybe in the middle rounds, I was wondering like, is she gonna get to Amanda? But I just think Amanda's just too experienced, and I think it
Yeah.
showed. Like I
Yeah.
think that if there's one thing that really separated them was experience, for
Absolutely.
sure. And
Absolutely.
Amanda really commanded that ring for the most part, and I
Yeah,
think
that's her
won most of
second
the
home
rounds.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Like I felt like Amanda was the ring general throughout the fight. She was
Mhm.
controlling
Mhm.
most of the rounds, but
Yeah.
my God, was she getting a lot of resistance though? Like a
A
lot of
lot of resistance.
resistance.
And I saw these comments where people are like, "Oh, but did you see Amanda's eye?" Well, they both had bruising on the eye, and they're
Yeah.
boxing, and they're given everything. So, of course, they're going to get hit. I mean, it's
Also,
boxing.
Amanda's had like I don't know what is it, like 50 fights already, like it's something
Yeah.
crazy like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you've had that many fights, you could like we've heard like how many times have we seen fights? We know what we saw, but like somebody has a bruise or like their face is all messed up, and they're like, "Oh, he lost. Look at his face,"
Yeah,
right?
that doesn't mean anything.
No, because one punch can cause a whole lot of damage, right?
One punch, and
Yeah.
also the your fairness, you're not fair, like the skin tone, or is it thin? Is it thick? Like there's so many things. Like, come on.
Plus, things happen accidentally, maybe, but like
Yeah.
heads or skulls rubbing against the face, like things happen, right? But I did feel like for the most part, Amanda controlled the fight. I think the experience was
Yes.
the major factor here. A little more cerebral than I'm used to seeing Amanda. Amanda
Yeah.
usually is more. I mean, she's getting up there in age. She's getting up there in fights, and so she has to be a little smarter. But I am
Hmm.
going to say this though. I'm going to say this, and as much as I respect Amanda, and I think it showed in this fight, even in her previous fight with Katie Taylor, like I mean, she's getting hit a lot, right? She may dished out more than what she received in this fight, but she's getting hit a lot,
Yeah.
and I don't know how long she could continue this. I'm here for the ride. I'm not saying she should retire or
Yeah.
nothing like that, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
enjoy the ride while it's here. I'll support her decision to keep fighting if that's what she wants to do in her heart.
I mean, I'm here.
But
Like, I think she's mentioned in interviews, and I think it's mentioned a little bit. That this will be her last year. That this is going to be.
okay,
And that is why. I believe if we just really just watch and see what's going on, she's elevating these other
hmm
women, and they're signing all these other women because she knows that she's been through some wars, and
yeah,
I'm sure she has other plans of doing whatever she wants to do, but still be involved in the promotion side of it and the management side of it,
yeah,
and she's in a very good spot right now. She can do whatever she wants, really.
yeah. Like if that's what she's saying, I mean, then yeah, I mean that sounds about right. Actually, it
Yeah.
sounds like she's got her finger in the pulse and she kind of
Yeah.
understands. And
Absolutely.
but look, the one thing, her she's the power's going to be the last thing to go.
Absolutely.
She's and
And she's hella
offensively
strong.
she's still there, and she's got that experience, and that's going to
She
be a lot
does.
to overcome for a lot of fighters.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely. But I have so much respect for her, and I really do. And one of her last fights, she made more than she ever made on her previous 30 fights. Yeah, I mean, exactly. And good kudos to her because she earned it. And
mhm.
kudos to Jake Paul, for partnering up and seeing her and really showing an interest and them partnering together, and because she has been through so many wars and she has proven herself time and time again. But honestly, was she a household name? Now she is, especially after the Katie Taylor fights. But
Yeah.
and not just what she's doing in the ring herself, but like how she's helping other women. And to me, that is what a true champion does. You elevate other women because you know the struggle, you know what you had to go through. And I have so much respect for her. I really do.
I do want to ask this though. Not that I want to crash the party, right?
Hmm.
But in an interview with Ariel Hawani, Sky Nicholson said that she raised her hand. She said, "I like Cruz got popped, dirty. I'll step in. I'll fight Amanda Serrano." Um, if that's true, like Why wouldn't Amanda take that fight? Is it the
Um,
2 3 minute
let,
thing?
let
Is
me
it
just ask you that. Let me tell you that. Let me just
okay?
say this, okay, with all due respect to Sky, because I do respect Sky and I do give her all the props for the things that she's done. Okay. This is nothing against Sky personally. Okay. You D-Style are a promoter, okay? You got
Sure.
to sell fights. You want to put
Oh
together the
boy.
most exciting matchups that you can. You tell me that Sky Nicholson versus Amanda Serrano could have ever been anywhere near the fight with Amanda and Reina.
It would not have been as exciting though.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
But it would have had more attention.
Would it
People
have?
pre-fight. There's some like there's a story there. Like, people like stories, and you're gonna have the side that's gonna say, "Oh, she's gonna give Amanda a boxing lesson. She's too old. She won't be able to keep up with Sky." And then you have the other side saying, "No, she's gonna knock Sky out. I can't wait to see Sky Nicholson get knocked out." So, you would
Well,
have like two sides like that.
but let me ask you this. How many people do you know personally or have you seen publicly that have actually asked for an Amanda Serrano versus Sky Nicholson?
I
Just
don't
think
know.
about it. I know no one.
Well, Sky Nicholson fans. Well, they count. They're people too, Christine. What do you mean? Like
I'm just saying,
Eddie Hearn.
of course, listen, I am not mad at Sky. If I were Sky, I'd do the same thing. You know why? Because everybody over there is getting paid big time money
I,
and getting seen. You know what I'm saying?
oh man, this dude said she could put a glass eye to sleep.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If I'm Sky, I'm also gonna call out Amanda too. Okay? Because
What are
I
they gonna
want to
say
get
next?
paid.
That she makes paint on the wall dry slower? No, no. Look, I'm not here to tell you guys that Sky Nicholson is the most fun fighter to watch, right? But there are people that make the argument that stylistically, especially at this juncture, at this point of Amanda's
You keep
career,
saying there are people. Who are these people?
they're out there.
Where? Where they at? What's their names? Where?
Boxing
Where?
Twitter. I
Show
didn't
me.
memorize their names.
Show me.
I
Show
didn't
me.
memorize their names, but they're out there, right?
Show me.
There's a storyline. Did you see that MVP post that they made where they're asking Amanda like first word that comes to mind, like, and they Neeks great, and this girl great, Bumgarner great, this girl great, and then they said like Sky's name, and she like paused and like laughed and said she's good, I guess.
Okay, so there you have it. Listen, we know that Amanda only wants to and only fights the best. Okay,
Sure.
so if she's great, 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 good, why would she fight somebody good? She's gonna fight somebody great.
I
This
think
is what she does.
people can interpret that as she doesn't want to give Sky her credit.
People can interpret it that
Like,
however they want to interpret it. But we know from past that Amanda only fights the greats. Period.
I'm just like, and I hate to say it, I'm not the biggest Sky
Do
Nicholson
you
fan.
hate to say it? Do you really?
I'm not the biggest Sky Nicholson fan, but fighters at this stage of their career, when they're slowing down, right? When they're already thinking about it, well, I got one more year left in me, right? Elusive fighters that are quick on their feet can be problems for them. Like I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? It may not be fun to
I'm not
watch.
gonna argue that somebody could or could not be a problem. Anybody that gets in the ring to face anybody can be a problem. Like, let's just face that. But the point is this: nobody wants to see that. Amanda only fights the greats. She said out of her own mouth, all the greats and the good. Why would she take a back step at the end of her career? She's going to keep going forward to fight the greats until she's done fighting.
So I got another one then.
It's their way.
We all know Tara Brown is a reigning, defending WBC featherweight champion of the world.
Absolutely.
She's in the same weight class as Amanda.
Absolutely.
How about that fight? Now, I'm not saying like it's been talked about or not, but like I'm gonna tell you right now, people are talking about Amanda should pass the torch to Alicia Baumgartner. Amanda should move up and wait and fight this girl, that girl. Like,
The passing of the torch comes with beating the queen of the hill.
yeah,
The queen bee, that's how you get the torch passed to you. So if they want it to be passed to Alicia, she needs to fight Alicia. If they want it to be passed to Tierra, then they need to fight Tierra. It doesn't just get passed. And Amanda will fight anybody. And we see that. We have seen that.
there's no doubt. Yeah, she moved up 8 weight classes. You know what I mean? Like she's done it all, Amanda Serrano. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is not an indictment, believe me. But I think the fight to make, if you look at Amanda's own words, I'm a featherweight. This is my weight class, where I feel my best, right? Well, we know who's the other featherweight champion.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't mind that fight. I like
I
Tara
wouldn't
Brown
mind
versus the Tara Brown fight better than the Alicia Baumgartner fight.
Same. She is. Katie's still fighting too. Yes. Yeah, me too. And we'll see. Time will tell. I'm hearing through the grapevine that there's another big card coming in March. Another MVP. I'm really anxious to see who's going to be on that fight. It's going to be at Madison Square Garden. From what I'm hearing, allegedly, I don't know for a fact. This is just the whispers that I'm hearing around the boxing world. So I'm very excited to see what they're going to do next. But the card was fabulous. I was so blessed, to go to Puerto Rico and to be there, and the excitement. It was just electrifying, and I'm so grateful.
How
to the
was
whole
like
MVP
if
people.
not that I want to. Not that I want to interview you, but I guess it's an interview now. Like, how was that
Who
experience?
doesn't want to interview me? Are you
Yeah,
serious
let's
right now?
interview Christine right now. I'm in the ring with Christine. You know what I mean? So,
You are.
but talk to like, how was that whole experience? I mean, you're front row. You're just like you know what I mean? You're watching it up front, live and in HD. You're right there.
You know what? The experience was amazing. It really was. Shout out, to Amanda, to Jordan, to the whole MVP people, like everybody at MVP. They're great. I made a post today, that Amanda is a woman of her word, and she really is. She had reached out to, I do some, PR for Tierra, and she had reached out and said, we're gonna fly y'all down. I want to fly y'all down, and Tierra, she's really trying to do some things with Tierra. God willing, it's all gonna come to pass. But I thought it was great. It was exciting and everything. But I'm not gonna bug anyone, especially when they are training and getting ready for a big fight and so on and so forth. And then, right a few days before the fight, they're like, hey, we keep our word, and she and Jordan called me, and we worked it all out, and kudos to them. Seriously. I mean, it was a beautiful thing. Puerto Rico is absolutely amazing. If anyone has been there, they know how beautiful it is. The people, the food, the atmosphere, the whole stadium was filled with a bunch of
Is that your
Puerto
first
Rican
time there?
It's not. It's my second time there.
Okay.
But so I really love them. I think they're really great. I really do. They're genuine people.
What's the difference between the
King,
beaches?
what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say, bro?
The beaches of Puerto Rico compared to the beaches of Texas? Like what's
Is that even a question, bro? Is that even a question?
I mean, just by looking, I'm like, oh, that looks like turquoise, like you know what I mean, like it's turquoise. So you know what I mean? It's like I never seen water like that. It's crazy,
bro. I love Texas, but our beaches are probably the least beautiful in the world.
Our beaches look brown. Like, I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Hey, they're brown like us. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't know what's going on there. Like, I don't know if we don't take care of them, or if like that's just the way it is.
Bro, I don't know. Yeah, wrong question these days.
But what about, how does it compare to the beaches of Mexico?
I mean, you know what? Mexico and Puerto Rico, they have their own beauty. Style. They really do.
Okay.
They really do. I mean, it's like going to Puerto Rico is not like going to Mexico. Going to Mexico is not like going to Puerto Rico. And I love them
Okay.
both, and I'm ready to go back to Puerto Rico. Like, and I'm actually going to Mexico, back to Mexico in a week. So I love anywhere. Hey, show me some sand, show me some beach. And I'm there. I'm at home. Gulf of America, yeah, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of
But
that, we
yeah.
had to, like, a lot of people got stuck there, because the president decides to, attack and kidnap and everything Venezuela, which was 600 miles from Puerto Rico, and
So
it was,
you were wondering, you're probably wondering, like, when am I gonna go home?
I mean, honestly, I was like, I mean, if I don't make it home right now, I'm okay, you know what I'm saying? Catch me on the beach, but I did end up
Right.
coming home, and I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad.
No, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Man.
But you know what? All's good. All is well in the boxing world. And you know what? I always seem to gravitate to great people, and great people gravitate to me in every walk. And you know what? It's just such a blessing.
You said that
That's
you
why
do
my circle is
PR.
so tiny. Yes.
You said that you've done PR for Tierra. You got to do PR for me. You got all these people that hate me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I need some
Bro,
PR. Like, you know what I mean? I need some work.
you hang
Right.
yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? You dig your own hole, and
You know what I
you know
mean?
what I'm saying? I can't
I
help
need
you,
some PR
bro.
work. You know what I
I
mean?
can't help you, bro.
I guess working PR for Tierra probably is a lot easier. She's likable. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. Shout out to Tierra Brown, by the way.
Yeah,
I
shout out to
do.
Tara Brown. Love her, love her,
Um,
love her. Love her,
looking
love
forward
her.
to her next fight. So
Yes, absolutely. And I'm sure we're gonna hear something real soon. Real soon we are.
okay.
But before we get up out of chair, what's your last words, bro?
I mean, look. Overall, I thought it was an exciting card. I thought the Ebony Bridges fight with Alexis was a good fight. In fairness, I thought it was a very exciting fight to watch. I thought the main event. I thought Tejas brought it, and she's young. She's going to learn from this experience.
Absolutely.
It's not over when you lose to a veteran like that, a legend like that. Quite frankly,
Yep.
Mancini lost to Arguello when he was young, and he went on to have a great career after that. Canelo got schooled by Mayweather, and he went on to have a great career after that.
Until he
And
met
what,
Bud. Yeah.
yeah, and but he had a great career,
He
right?
did.
I
He
mean,
did.
it's a top 10 career as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And it's just the way it goes, man. If she learns from this, it's only the way up, man. And I saw a
Absolutely.
fighter. You can't teach heart.
No.
You can't teach heart,
No.
and she's got that. So
Yeah.
like she already
And
got that. So like everything else, she could put it together.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So
I agree. I
and
agree.
and by the way, she didn't look intimidated in the moment at all.
I don't
Like
think so either. Somebody else mentioned that in the comments, and she wasn't intimidated. I didn't see that at all. Like, she was out there. She went in there to win. Like, she went in there to win. No doubt.
yeah.
No doubt.
So
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 yeah,
those,
shout
those,
out to
those
her.
are my thoughts. And whoever has a moment, if you guys want to go check out the Shannon O'Connell interview, it's up now, and all that good stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think everybody in the chat, thank y'all so much, and shout out to my girls, Nika and Crystal. They're out there working. Sometimes we just, duty calls, and we got to do what we do. But we do this for fun. We love talking boxing.
I
We
feel
love
bad for the
chatting.
audience, by the way. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm about to watch
I
these three
know, I
girls,
know.
and then they see
I
me
feel
like,
bad for
oh,
them too. They're
fuck.
wanting to see beautiful Crystal and Nika, and then they see you. But you know what? It's fine.
They're
It's
like, ay,
okay.
horror. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But
what's going on? Like,
but at
so,
least we had good conversation and everything else. So it's good. It's all love, bro. It's all love.
that's right.
But everybody, I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Until next week, we'll see ya.
Hey,
Peace.
I'm out. Peace.